Good morning, SHS. It's another beautiful day out there.
It feels like homecoming season.
And you know what that means? It's time for girls Powder Puff football. So while you scan the QR code on the screen to register to play Powder Puff, our GBTV team will be in training. The game will be Wednesday, September 24th, after the homecoming parade, so approximately 6:30 p.m. You must buy a shirt for $15 to be able to play. The last day to register is September 9th.
In boys sports news, the tennis team swept Pendleton Heights yesterday with singles players Reese Prickett, Cashin Laycock, and Bram Kokemeyer, and doubles teams Aiden Smith and Wyatt Armstrong, and Aiden Olson and Jack Van White all getting victories in their white uniforms.
It was a successful night for golf, too. Hannah Stanger was the medalist in last night's golf match, scoring a 50 against Hauser. Riley Everett and Julie Garrison scored 51. Maddie Jones scored a 53, and Sophia Asher had a 55.
There will be a gymnastics call-out meeting at Girls Inc. on September 11th at 6:30 p.m. Any girls interested in joining the gymnastics team should attend.
And there will be a bowling call-out meeting next Monday, September 8th in the cafeteria at 3:30 p.m. Any girl or boy wanting to join the bowling team should plan to attend.
In our final news item, Dr. Rawlings interviewed Wyatt Hacker, an SHS alum and current Notre Dame student, over the summer. There were major lighting issues with the video, or maybe Dr. Rawlings used too much Aquaphor on his head that day. Whatever the case, we edited it in black and white to try to improve the quality.
Welcome, Wyatt Hacker, to GBTV. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Thrilled to have great Hacker in the building. We have President Lucille Hacker, so glad that you're back. Class of 2024. Just finished a couple of big excursions. We'll talk about those. Wanted to first, if you explain to us, you study physics at Notre Dame. What exactly is physics and what excites you about it?
Well, physics basically is the study of the universe. It's so pretty much every law that governs like matter and energy can be explained through physics. Pretty much everything that happens can be explained through physics in some way. And I mean, there's still stuff we don't know, obviously, but I mean, physics is the answer to that. And that's one thing that really excites me is to that's where we want to be in like advancement in terms of like energy crisis or like global warming, even like problems that are very big can be answered, in my opinion, through physics. And just like more we can learn about like just like new energy sources that can like save the world potentially. So yeah, it interests me a lot.
That just enlightened me. I just learned a lot more than I knew about physics, which wasn't much, so thank you. Of course, you know that you speak Spanish, spent the summer in Chile. Wanted to hear a little bit about that and how that connects to your personal and or academic interests.
Well, so yeah, it was a program called the ND Bridge program through Notre Dame. So you apply and they put you, so you can kind of like give favors to where you want to go. Basically, they put you where they want you to go. And I got put in Chile for 2 months. And I was working in like this community that was with like a church. It was basically with like refugees, worked with refugees, like children, mostly from Haiti, some from Venezuela. And we taught some classes. I ended up teaching an English class and a few robotics classes. So those were really interesting. I learned a lot about those too, in English. It was really cool. And then we also did some construction, just helping them fix some like refugee houses. And I eventually painted a mural at the end on like the front building of the foundation where I was working. That like gave me a little space to do a mural, so that was cool. But in terms of how it relates, it didn't really relate to physics that much. I mean, robotics got a little bit with like some of the electricity, but really it was just more about like my interest in traveling the world and like seeing other cultures and stuff, and also like bettering my Spanish because like I noticed a big improvement in my Spanish while I was there.
Did you know you were going to paint that when you?
Well, actually, what happened was this priest. I forget what his name was, but he asked me, he was like, we talked about how I like to paint. I showed him some paintings and he told the director of the foundation, she was like, we need some decoration on the building, whatever it might be. And she was gonna have like a graffiti artist come in and just do whatever he wanted. But she was like, you know what, like, so we have you here, we have you volunteering, we would like you to paint at least like something. If there's anything you want. She gave me some ideas. She wants it to be like Franciscan themed and like a lot of wildlife. So I did end up incorporating that.
Appreciate, of course, that after a year at Notre Dame, you come back to SHS and chat with us before I know you're about to head back. What's something that you've learned, if you could encapsulate one thought or piece of advice for current high school students?
There's a lot. But I think one thing that at least has helped me the most, just like have the success that I have or like push me to do more things is, I think struggling is very important. I think picking out something, I mean, even if it's like making your classes, making it hard on yourself on purpose, that is how I think I have grown a lot. Like, even with learning Spanish, like, putting yourself in situations where you have to speak Spanish, even though it's hard, even though you struggle with it, like, you sound dumb sometimes, but that's how you learn. And I feel like that can be applied to, like, when approaching, like, sports. Like, if you put yourself into situations where you're gonna struggle, you're gonna look bad, I feel like that's how you can grow. And I would encourage other people to put themselves in situations where they would struggle, they would, like, find it hard, and they would have to, like, fight. And I feel like that's how you have success. It's always.
That's great. So that makes me think of one more thing.
Okay.
And you had said this at we had a little group breakfast, but can you say something about the collegiality of Notre Dame? I think at high school, we all understand how high school works, and there can be different social circles, etc. But you said something a little bit about kind of the social life of Notre Dame.
Well, I mean, for a lot, like the way they do the dorms there at Notre Dame is amazing. Like, you put in with like communities where everyone's just very open, like making new friends. I was a little bit worried because I didn't know a single person going in there. I had no friends going in, not even like associates. So it was just like a completely new world. And I was worried. But I was able to like make, because everyone else was in the same experience. Everyone else looking for friends. I mean, like the welcome weekend, you would just go around just like asking people like what their names were. I feel like that's very like, and everyone was so open toward it. Like everyone was open to meeting new people. And I feel like that, I don't know about like other universities, but for me that was like, that was amazing. It was very, very nice to like just meet new people because everyone's open to making like, friends. That's awesome.
All you have to do is get into Notre Dame and experience the same thing. So.
That's the trick.
Yeah. Mr. Acker, appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Pleasure.